Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Cornell. I'm your host, Cornell Wright. Join me and we're going to talk about project management, what it means for your life and for your business. So let me give you a few examples of project management in our lives. Anytime you've seen large buildings or any construction project going on in your neighborhood or your town or your city, that's a project management being associated with it because they all are a little bit different. Today's movie times, because a lot of movies are going to be released this time of year. Think about each movie that you see, there's differences associated with and each one of those is its own separate project. Locations, technology, the various scenes that are being used, etc. All those are unique elements of those projects. Sometimes projects can be you're moving, deciding to move from one location to the other, right? Think about all the activity. I'm sure we've all had that experience of moving. What does that mean to us in regards to putting together the timeline from when you need to get out to when you need to get located to your new location? Thanksgiving, we just had that feasting holiday. Here's to Thanksgiving, right? And so whether you had a traditional family Thanksgiving, which everyone does the same thing traditionally over the time that you all appreciate, or maybe you're expanding a little bit in regards to new dishes or new ways of preparation or new people are bringing in new dishes. Those are also project management elements that now contribute to having a more festive and complete Thanksgiving experience for you. One that's really kind of key, I'm sure a lot of people are starting to think about it, is your next vacation. That's a project management associated with your vacation choices, right? What's the timing? What's the money going to cost? That sort of thing, how we're going to work it all out. All those are examples of project management, how they play out in our lives every single day. Let me give you some of the key components of project management. There are three key components of project management: time, money, and resources. So when you think about it, time is a factor that we all have in our lives. We can't get around it. We all have 24 hours in a day, and that's the one thing that everyone has. You can do what you do with it is your choice, but time is a factor that we all have to deal with. The other is money. When does money not figure into things, right? For a movie, for example, it's the budget for the movie. For anything else that we're doing, we have a budget for what we can do typically, right? You have a budget for buying a car. You have a budget for a move, as we just talked about. We have a budget perhaps for Thanksgiving dinner. All those things and budget and money becomes a critical factor in regards to perhaps even the success associated with the project. Secondly is then the resources that are necessary in order to come together in order to produce that product, the project, complete it. Resources associated with building are the glass, or the steel, or the electrical, all the componentry. You get the idea. So it's those blending of those three things, time, money, and resources, that gets you to a model of what project management can do for you. And typically when you really get down to it, if you pull on one of those three, it has impact on the others. If you compress time, it means you're going to have to bring more resources and or more money to the situation. If you limit your resources, it's going to either expand time or it's going to cost more money. You follow me on that? Unfortunately, but that helps to be a way to manage and have better understanding, and we'll cover that in the benefits of project management. The benefits of project management are maybe three major ones. There are also a number of others. Let me just give you these three. One is having a better understanding of the issues associated with completing your project. As you sit down with a piece of paper or with a software program or however you're going to track and manage your project, you have to lay out all the different componentries and the components of your project. It gives you an overall view of what's going on, therefore you have a better understanding of the issues. It allows for clear communication to those other members of your project team in regards to what needs to happen when they are coming in with their pieces of work and effort, and or when something might be an exposure. And then to that exposure, the project management allows you to keep track of everything on a regular basis, typically daily, certainly weekly or monthly, maybe for a larger project, depending upon your level in the organization. That ability to keep track helps to have a better understanding and be able to anticipate exposures coming down the line. So, project management is key both for business activities and for personal. Become better at it, and things will move smoother in your world, while all projects can be managed. You take care. Thank you for joining me on Coffee with Cornell. If you like this episode, please subscribe, hit the bell icon for future notifications, and give me a like. We'll see you next week on Coffee with Cornell.